painting peeps and welcome. It's Kathleen from COZ Creations and I am so glad you guys are here. We're going to do a fun painting today on a 20 by 20 gallery wrapped canvas, and we're using some super yummy colors. Our base coat today is going to be Artist Loft White, and that's mixed with Floetrol and GAC 800. We're also using Molten Metals Copper and Gold, which I mixed together, about 50% of each color with my pouring medium. Artist Loft Black is mixed with a few drops of the Iridescent Silver by Golden for good luck. Deco Art Antique Bronze Metallic, Molten Metals Ruby, and a real pretty new color, Golden Turquoise, which is like a slice of heaven. And for good luck, my Golden Iridescent Pearl. There they all are. I'll also put them at the end of this video for you all if you need to. Now, I want to talk about this for a little bit. Glue-all mixed with a little bit of water. I'm going to talk about this while I'm prepping my canvas with the Artist Loft White. A lot of people ask me how I handle the fluid golden paints. Well, if they're a little bit too thin for me compared to the other paints I'm using, the metallics and whatnot, I add a little bit of glue-all with a little bit of water into my paints to get the consistency to thicken up a little bit. So golden paints are very fluid. Metallics are a little bit heavy bodied paints. So to get my goldens thickened up a little bit to play well with my metallics, I add a little bit of glue-all and water that I keep in a little bit of a squeeze container right there next to my paints. So that's a little trick that I learned. Now what we're doing now is we are layering our cups. I made 4 cups because we're going to do 4 ring pours. Now I end up only using 3 because I decided I really wanted a good amount of negative space in this painting. So getting ready, tilting off that excess base coat so it's not too thick because we're going to be adding a good amount of paint. That's a pretty cup. Slow and easy, guys. And you're going to see I start to travel with this cup a little bit. I like the effect. I like the way it kind of stretches out the legs a little bit. These are some yummy colors, guys. The golds and the coppers play really nice with these blues. Cup number 1. Let's move on to cup number 2. Here it comes. Slow and easy. I usually mix my paints in a paper cup because that way I can pinch my cup to get a really good flow coming out of that cup. Plus, I don't like to use a lot of plastics if I don't have to. Traveled a little bit with that cup as well. And here comes cup number 3. Now I'm trying really hard to leave some of that white negative space between each of these pours here. I love my negative space, and you're going to see where I add a little bit of my base coat later down the road to even add a little bit more to it, and then I go in and fiddle with my popsicle stick to add even a little bit more negative space. You'll see that coming up here. Now we poured 4 cups, but I ended up only using 3. But at the end of the video, you're going to see what I did with that final cup. It made a beautiful little painting. I think it was a 10 by 10. Here I'm tapping that canvas to get rid of those air bubbles. I did not want to torch these colors. I didn't want a bunch of those, I think Jenny Neal calls them measles, those little white specks coming up. I didn't want any of those. Let's get busy painting, peeps. I'm going to get quiet here and let you guys listen to some wonderful, wonderful music. And then I'll come back at you towards the end of the video and we'll talk a little bit more, guys. Happy painting to each and every one of you. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm wishing each and every one of you a perfect evening. Have a good one, guys. I'll miss you till I see you again. Bye now.